Hey guys, uh, like many pastors right now and other staff members, we're trying to get all of our services and all of the things that we normally do on our churches all online. And I'm no different. My church asked me just this a couple days ago if I wanted to help them come online. I mean, before this, we really didn't have an online presence at all. Um, Last week, we tried something with a kind of a widescreen view of the entire sanctuary, the entire worship service, and the audio was really really bad. So we're stepping it up a little bit more this week. That's what I've been working on. Um, Thanks to this COVID-19, I've been pretty much out of work at my other job. Um, you know, and it's just been crazy. So while I was doing all this and trying to work with different equipment and different specs, different software, I thought, why not just make a video um, and just share kind of what I'm thinking, what's going on, um, at the same time, and testing all the stuff that I'm trying to test. So um, a lot of the craziness that I keep running into is all stemming from, well, it's stemming from fear. It's stemming from a lot of anxiety. It's stemming from a lot of passion. For a lot of us, our worlds have been turned upside down. Um, our jobs have just shut the doors. Schools are closed. Restaurants are closing. Bars are closed. A lot of all of our entertainment areas. I'm here in Central Florida, where Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, they're all closed. And on top of that, like all the extra events that they had going on as well. So like the concerts and stuff that they do throughout spring break time. It's crazy. I just heard that some of the beaches have completely shut down. Like there's mayors saying the spring break is over. It's just done. It's just crazy. The economic ramifications, the social ramifications, and it's really really easy for us to start wondering what's going on. It's really really easy for us to start uh, kind of giving into despair, giving into just this wonder, this fear of we don't know what's going to be next. I mean, for crying out loud, Tom Brady is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer now. Like, what is happening in the world right now? I don't get it. Um, but in all of these things, um, again, it's really, really easy for us to kind of get confused and to give into that anxiety and to kind of lose hope. Um, but the number one thing that we need as human beings is hope. There's nothing more important than waking up in the morning than having some kind of sense of hope. Um, and we as the church need to remind ourselves and remind our people of this every single day. Um, Martin Luther said once that we need to preach the gospel every day because we need reminded every day. And the gospel is good news. It's good news of hope. It's good news of love. It's good news of joy. But we need that reminder because we are so fickle, us humans. Um, I mean, it's just crazy that for thousands of years we've been able to live a certain way, and now because of the fact that Amazon cannot give us what we want and with our 2 day shipping, like they're not going to be doing 2 day shipping. Like our worlds are turned upside down. We can't go to Chick-fil-A and go inside because instead we have to go through the drive-through, and it's just like I waited 25 minutes for a sweet tea today. It was crazy. It was just ridiculous. Um, but all those things, it just makes it feel like our world is turning upside down, and it's kind of funny that that we can be so unnerved and so thrown off balance by stuff as silly as that. Um, but at the same time, they're important to us. They're important parts of our lives, part of our economy, part of our society. Um, and so when we're sitting back in the evening and just kind of thinking, wow, what a day. Or for some of us, we're sitting back going, wow, what a waste of a day. It can be really, really easy to fall into despair. And during this time of isolation, I've been working, of course, online and stuff, but I've also just been thinking through and just trying to practice some silence, spiritual discipline of silence, of just remembering that I'm not as powerful or as big or as important as I sometimes think I am. I don't have as much control as I think I do. I mean, literally in the span of just a few hours, I realized that pretty much my entire income base was shut down. I'm bivocational. I substitute teach, and I work at a restaurant. And I mean, restaurant's still open, but we're not making any money as servers there because no one's there. And the schools are closed until April 15th. So it's like, yeah, I'm not going to be subbing anytime soon either. Um, so it's just crazy. And it's really, really easy for me to just start going, why God? And what's going on here, God? Um, it can really, really be easy to start feeling like I'm alone. The weight, the pressure, the anxiety, it's so easy to give into. Um, One of my favorite books, though, reminded me of something. Um, it's The Practice of the Presence of God by Brother Lawrence. Um, the book has been around for centuries. I don't actually remember what he was. Yeah, 1666. So, like, this book's like 500 years old. Um, but I just want to read something here. The end that we ought to propose to ourselves is to become, in this life, the most perfect worshippers of God we can possibly be, as we hope to be through all eternity. So we ought, once for all, heartily to put our whole trust in God and make a total surrender of ourselves to Him, secure that He would not deceive us, that we should not be weary of doing little things for the love of God, who regards not the greatness of the work, but the love with which it is performed. That we should not wonder if, in the beginning, we often failed in our endeavors, but that at last we should gain a habit which will naturally produce its acts in us, without our care, to our exceeding great delight. What that is communicating to me is just a reminder that during these times, we're never alone. And that we can practice the presence of God here with us right now because He is here with us. And that during this time, this is an opportunity for us as the church, as individuals, and as the collective body of Christ to practice that discipline of remembering that God is here, that we can cultivate a convictional awareness of Jesus Christ's presence here with us. And that through that we can be remembered that it's not just that He's here, it's that all that He is here. All that He is. The Comforter, the Sustainer, the Creator, the Builder, the Rewarder, the Judge, the Father. That all that God is, He is here with us. So why do we need to worry? Do not the birds of the air have home and food? I mean, we think of the sparrow. Does God not care more about you than He does a sparrow? Look at the lilies of the field. They are clothed in splendor, so much so that not even Solomon, in all of his great wealth and wisdom, he was not clothed nearly as beautifully as them. It is springtime. And though it seems like our world is shaking right now, we can look out and see new creation all around us. If God cares so much about allowing creation around us to have its rebirth, does He not also care about that within us? Brother Andrew continues and he says that the greater perfection a soul aspires after is the more dependent it is upon divine grace. The more perfect that we aspire to be, the more dependent we realize that we are upon divine grace. This is an opportunity for us to truly consider not only our frailty, but his sovereignty, not only our feebleness, but his strength, and that all that he is here with us. May we cultivate a convictional awareness of his presence among us, and may that thought, may that truth drive out fear far from us.